In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NFL games happening on December 31st, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Chargers versus Denver Broncos. On Sunday, December 31st, the Los Angeles Chargers are set to embark on an away game against the Denver Broncos. The Chargers are entering this matchup fresh from a closely contested 24-22 defeat against the Buffalo Bills, while the Broncos experienced a stunning 26-23 loss to the New England Patriots. Having struggled throughout the season, the Chargers currently hold a 5-10 record. Their recent clash with the Bills saw them score 22 points, with Easton Stick as their quarterback, delivering a commendable performance with 215 passing yards. Despite the narrow margin, they ultimately succumbed to a 2-point loss. Notably, Keenan Allen is sidelined with a heel injury, and Joey Bosa is questionable due to a foot ailment. The Chargers' season average stands at 22 points, but their defense, ranked 26th in the league, is allowing 25 points per game. Success in this game hinges on a resilient defensive performance. In a surprising move, the Broncos have opted to bench Russell Wilson, who, despite recent decent performances, will be replaced by Jarrett Stidham. Stidham now faces a crucial audition to secure the quarterback position beyond this season. The Broncos, averaging 22 points this season, possess a defense ranked 29th, conceding an average of 25 points per game. To turn the tide, their defense must step up to the challenge. Midday on Wednesday, the Broncos' decision to bench Russell Wilson for the remainder of the season was announced. This move, perhaps influenced by the disappointing loss to the Patriots in Week 15, has left the team out of contention for the American Football Conference playoffs. Head coach Sean Payton, discontent with their lackluster performance, is likely to experiment with new strategies and lesser-utilized talents in the remaining games. The uncertainties surrounding Payton's approach make it challenging to predict the outcome, but change is undoubtedly on the horizon for Denver. On the flip side, the Chargers found a glimmer of hope in Week 15, just 6 days after parting ways with head coach Brandon Staley. Despite the odds as 12-point underdogs, they played admirably against the Bills, showcasing a commendable defensive effort. Easton Stick's 70% completion rate and the defense's resilience limited the Bills to 16 first downs, 335 yards, and 24 points. The unpredictability of quarterback changes adds an intriguing element to the upcoming game. The quarterback change for Denver raises questions about how the team will respond. Will it serve as a catalyst for a playoff berth, or will it create division within the team, leading to a challenging conclusion to the season? In contrast, the Chargers face a quarterback challenge due to injury. While a team often rallies around a backup, the dynamic can shift when choosing a backup over a popular starting quarterback. Both teams have faced prolonged slumps, making this matchup particularly unpredictable. Denver struggles to cover the spread, and their recent losses underscore the disappointment of their season. On the other hand, the Chargers, despite their recent losses, have shown signs of offensive improvement. The matchup between 2 backup quarterbacks, Jarrett Stidham and Easton Stick, adds an element of uncertainty. The Chargers, with Stick having played 3 games, may have an edge in a game expected to be decided by a field goal. Week 17 brings one of the more unpredictable games, with both teams facing challenges and changes. While the Broncos may lose outright, the expectation is for a close game, so the Los Angeles Chargers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Examining the defensive statistics, Denver ranks 30th in yards allowed, while the Chargers struggle in rushing yards. Despite their passing yards per game ranking of 13th, the absence of Justin Herbert may impact the Chargers' offensive dynamics. Defensively, the Chargers find themselves ranked 29th in yards allowed per game and 30th in passing yards allowed. The overall defensive struggle suggests a balanced game. Both teams have displayed a tendency to go under in recent games, with the Chargers going under in 7 of their last 10, and the Broncos matching that trend. The quarterback matchup between Jarrett Stidham and Easton Stick, both relatively inexperienced, hints at a low-scoring affair. The anticipated total of 37.5 indicates a modest expectation of offensive output, aligning with the likelihood of a defensive battle. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Green Bay Packers versus Minnesota Vikings. On the upcoming Sunday night, the Green Bay Packers are set to embark on a challenging road journey to the U.S. Bank Stadium, where they will face off against the Minnesota Vikings. In their previous outing, the Packers, with a current record of 7-8, secured a victory against the Carolina Panthers. Conversely, the Vikings, also standing at 7-8, suffered a defeat at the hands of the Detroit Lions. While the Packers technically retain the possibility of making it to the playoffs even with a loss in this game, the complexity of such a scenario is hard to fathom. At this juncture, winning this game is essentially imperative for the Packers. Their recent clash with the Carolina Panthers saw a precarious situation where, despite almost losing, they managed to cling to a 33-30 victory. Jordan Love, quarterback for the Packers, exhibited a commendable performance, throwing for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Throughout the season, the Packers have maintained an average of 22 points, with their defense conceding an average of 22 points per game. The outcome of this game could be significantly influenced by the defense's ability to generate turnovers, although the absence of Jaire Alexander due to suspension poses a challenge. In response to the crucial need for a win to sustain their playoff hopes, the Vikings are turning to quarterback Jaren Hall. The team has faced challenges in finding consistent quarterback play since Kirk Cousins' injury, contributing to their recent struggles. In the last game, Nick Mullins threw 4 interceptions, yet the Vikings narrowly lost by 6 points against the Detroit Lions. The Vikings maintain an average of 21 points per game, while their defense concedes 20 points per game. The outcome of this game hinges on the performance of Hall, who faces the daunting task of leading the team against a determined Packers defense. The Minnesota Vikings have encountered a nightmarish season at the quarterback position. Losing Kirk Cousins to an Achilles injury set off a series of attempts to stabilize the quarterback role, involving Josh Dobbs, Jaren Hall, and Nick Mullins. The recent struggles, particularly with Mullins turning over the ball persistently, have led the Vikings back to Hall. However, the uncertainty surrounding Hall's performance, coupled with the absence of star tight end T.J. Hawkinson, creates a challenging scenario. Despite the Packers missing Jaire Alexander, the expectation is for them to capitalize on the situation and find success against Hall. In the initial encounter between the two teams in October, the Vikings secured a 24-10 victory, but both teams have undergone significant changes since then. The Packers have won 4 of their last 6 games, with promising performances in 2 of their last 3 road games. Their offensive prowess has been evident, scoring at least 29 points in 2 of their recent road games. On the other hand, the Vikings have struggled, losing 4 of their last 5 games, including 2 consecutive home games. The Packers, with a more stable quarterback situation, are poised to exploit the Vikings' weaknesses, particularly in defending the pass. As the season has been marked by inconsistency for both the Packers and the Vikings, assessing their current form becomes challenging. The Packers have experienced setbacks against the Giants and Bucs, narrowly defeating the Panthers in the previous week. Meanwhile, the Vikings have witnessed a significant decline over the last month, compounded by quarterback uncertainties. Although the Vikings hold a slight edge due to the home advantage, the overall stability of the Packers, especially at the quarterback position, positions them as the superior team. Historical trends, indicating a split in the last 3 seasons' meetings, favor the Packers rebounding in this encounter after their loss in October. Predicting the outcome, I favor the Packers to keep their slim playoff hopes alive with a road victory over their division rival. Therefore, the Green Bay Packers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Packers have exhibited an average of 22 points per game and 23 points per game on the road, yet they averaged 19 points per game in their last 3 encounters with the Vikings. Considering Minnesota's defense, allowing 20.5 points per game at home, the Packers are likely to be held below their average in this matchup. On the flip side, the Vikings, with an average of 21 points per game and 20 points per game at home, might struggle to surpass their usual output. Having failed to score more than 20 points in 3 of their last 5 games, the Vikings face a formidable Packers defense that excels in defending the pass. With an inexperienced quarterback and potential absences among their top receiving targets, the Vikings could face pressure leading to costly mistakes. The previous meetings between the two teams have often resulted in the total going under. Dealing with a rookie quarterback like Jaren Hall making his first full start introduces an element of uncertainty. However, Hall's playing style, characterized by a conservative and rudimentary approach, contrasts with other rookie quarterbacks who tend to make mistakes in pursuit of spectacular throws. With a focus on Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison underneath, Hall's strategy leans towards reliability. The absence of T.J. Hawkinson will be a noticeable void in the Vikings' offensive lineup. Given the likelihood of Minnesota struggling to move the ball, the Packers may not need an overly aggressive offensive strategy. Relying on Aaron Jones to advance the chains, the Packers could capitalize on the vulnerabilities of a blitz-happy Vikings team. Reflecting on their previous meeting at Lambeau Field in October, where the Vikings emerged victorious with a 24-10 score, the total fell well below the projected number. With Nick Mullins at the helm for the Vikings in the upcoming game, a similar outcome is anticipated. Despite the inflated total of 46.5, influenced by Jordan Love's improved play and the Vikings' injury-riddled defense, the familiarity between the teams and the significance of the game could prompt both defensive units to elevate their performance. Historical trends also support the likelihood of the total going under, with 7 of Green Bay's last 9 road games against Minnesota falling below the set total. Considering Green Bay's defense, conceding an average of 21 points per game on the road, the Vikings may struggle to accumulate enough points to surpass the total. In a divisional matchup with potential playoff implications, expectations lean towards a relatively low-scoring game. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.